2 years.
Okay. And what brought you to the Kushi Institute? Well, how did you hear about the Kushi Institute?
I actually found it by myself, getting just online and doing some research. And I was very into macrobiotics recently. I heard about macrobiotics 5 years ago, but that's just where I enjoyed the food and I got to know it, and I did a little bit of cooking classes, but I wasn't ready to do that yet. And then 3 years later, 4 years later, I met it again in France, and I did again some cooking classes, and that's where I really felt, wow, I think this could be something for even my career, because I changed careers. I was an actress back in Germany. I worked for 7 years in different theaters, and then I moved to France on the countryside, and I live on a spirulina farm with 2 llamas and my husband. And so my life changed quite a lot, and I was really looking for a new way to express myself, to help others, or well, just to find a place in my life again. And I really have the feeling that, having been here for a month, I'm on the right track, and I'm pretty sure that I will continue.
And how did you feel about the courses?
Well, they were very intense. I felt like back in school. And I was not used to work mentally so much, like thinking and writing and understanding, because the last 2 years I was mainly working physical. So it took me some time to get into this rhythm, but in the same time I really wanted to know all this stuff, and to kind of get as much as possible. And our class was known for demanding a lot of answers and posing a lot of questions. And we were very lively, and it was very nice energy. Always everybody, and what I do with this, and if I do it like this, is this okay too? And so we really challenged our teachers to learn as much as possible. And I have the feeling that I come home very rich, with a lot of recipes, with a lot of inspiration, but also I know that I still have to sort out a lot of things back home and put them into order, especially in my head, and reread stuff, and to understand this only 2 principles, yin and yang. You actually need a lot of time, and your whole organism has to understand it. It's not only in the brain that you have to understand it, but entirely with your whole body. And I really feel that this is what I will do when I come home, and all this knowledge will just settle down, and I hope to bring it in practice.
And tell me a little bit about your spirulina business.
Well, we have a little spirulina farm in southern France, north of Marseille, in the Haute-Provence, in the High Provence, in the mountains. And it's my husband that started that 10 years ago. He built everything by himself, and this whole place is run with solar energy. And we have 4 pools where the spirulina is floating. It needs a lot of sun, which we have in our place, and the right amount of minerals to let it grow, because it's growing in a very alkaline environment. And yeah, we sell it mostly regionally, and we don't have any companies who sell it for us. It's all us and the consumer, the end consumer. And apart that, we have also machine business, because my husband invented spirulina harvesting machines, and this is actually now more demanded than even the spirulina, because there's a lot of little farms going out of nowhere. Even in America they start to do that. So this is very nice because it's getting regional and smaller and more effective in my point of view. And my vision of this place is that we will have alternative vacation for people to come to share workshops, yoga, meditation, and maybe also macrobiotics one day. And I hope that we'll find other people who will live with us in this place, because we have a very huge how do you say? Yeah, the space is very big where we live, and I would love to have other families living there also. So maybe one day our kids can grow up with other children and other families. But it's really the beginning. We just started, like the two of us started only 2 years ago, and there's still a lot things to do. And so if anybody wants to come and visit us on vacation, there's always room for a tent, or even maybe a small hut. And we ourselves live in a small hut, in a small wooden hut. And so yeah, it's also like Kushi, a very open space for people to come and learn and share, exchange. And yeah, I don't know what else to say.
That's fine. Thank you very much, and I'll make sure I post a link to your website below.
Yeah.